fans. It is finally here, people. The Season 8 Blitz playoffs is just about to start. And, man, I'm super excited. And we're going to kick off with an amazing first game between the Hamelin Renegades versus the Drumphtopia winners in the quarter-final. The other game will be between the Mystic Fall Timberwolves and the Grand Bell Boys, who we're just waiting for them to accept the ticket. But it's the Renegades versus the winners is the game we're going to be watching. It's going to be an amazing one. Obviously, we've got J Love, Chalk Fader, Garth Brooks on one side with the winners against the likes of Lilmore Flanders, Old Rat Creep, and Green Rat King of the, and obviously Mr. Tickles as well, of the Renegades. So it should be good. There's a couple of assassins involved as well to spice things up. We'll look at the teams while I wait for them to go to the pitch. As you can see, the Renegades are 25-60, and the winners are 12-80. And in Blitz, there is no star players. And unless you have the sponsorship or let you take mercenaries, you can't take mercenaries either. So, you know, there's a few things, and you can't take wizards. So the only thing you can take with inducements will be babes, appos, brabs, and a chef. So it'll be interesting to see what it goes with. I think personally, he might go for a couple of babes and a couple of appos myself. I think that's what he'll do. Will he get a brab? I'm not sure if he will or not. So we'll see. So I'm just getting everything ready on here, and then you will have my undivided attention, I hope. There we go. Right then. So I'll just turn that down so I don't get any blowback. There we go. Done. Boom. So, yeah. So I've really been looking forward to this one. I'm really, really happy that I can get to stream this one because this is to the big guns of Blitz. So let's have a look. And let's have a look at the Renegades first. Now this team finished third overall and second in the World Division, so they just missed out on getting the top seed, what gives them a bye week. So the two teams what win their games in this will go against the two champions of Blitz from the divisions. One of them will play the Poachers, the Dragon Owl Poachers, and the other one will play against, oh God, I always forget his team, Doomfrog's team. I'll have to go back and have a look at him in a minute. My apologies, Doomfrog. So let's have a look at the teams. Now, this is the Renegades. They've been very strong all season. Their only defeat came to the Dragon Owl Poachers. They won every other game. Little North Flanders is their big cheese. This little Lano, look at the stats of this guy. Movement 9, strength 4, agility 4, every 8. He's a superstar. All that Creep's had a good season so far. He'll be hoping to carry that on in the playoffs. Tickles got injured, so he's a bit slower, but he's still deadly. He's got the claw, he's got the tackle, he's got the piling on, the mighty blow, the tens, the block. Gotta love that guy. Head Split is one of the big signings. He's got the strength, he's got agility, he's very dangerous as well. He's got some more claw here in League Venom and the Green Rat King, both very deadly Skaven blitzers. And he's added to that with some lovable Dark Elf Assassins as well. Both very deadly, and you know they're going to be very dangerous, especially against things with AV7. Boogie Knight Scream. Well, he's an interesting one. He's kept him, but he's only strength 2 now. He's not strength 3. I think the Nightmares actually broke him. And then obviously we've got a few more here as well. Some Beastmen there and a Lano. So it's really, really nicely put together team. And you know, if he wins. He will play. I'll have to go out. I can't remember the name of the team now. It's bugging me now. I should really remember it. If he wins, he will play against the Badland Rejects. If Drumphtopia wins, they will play against the Dragon Owl Poachers. So we'll know who faces who after this game. So let's have a look at the winners then. The winners got to the final last season before getting beat by Macon Money. And they put up a good fight. They just ended up getting almost pitch cleared in the end. But again, they did well. Again, Jay loves their big gun. Bit like Little More Flanders is for V-Power. Again, so many people tried to kill J Love, but no one's actually got it done yet. Maxwell Lamote is a very good vampire. He usually plays second fiddle to J-Love, but obviously with his leap and his strip ball and his agility 5, he's deadly. Garth Brooks, he's the guy I like. Lord Elegance took a nasty injury a few games back, and he's got niggle now, so that's a bit of a worry. He's Stem Gel. And Royalty there, he's a very talented player also. And then Cho Fader, one of the big signings, has done really, really well for the Winners, and he will have a big part to play if he was, if they are going to get through against a very good Renegades team. I like the Winners. I think both teams are very well balanced, and this team's got a lot of players who can just get it done. And I like that it's a deep bench as well, because I've seen him fight like against Beers last week. He was losing players left, right, and centre. So it's really important that he has a bench. No, who was it? Who was it, Stemgel? Just on interest. Was it good old Garth Brooks? Or was it someone like I don't know, who else could it be? It won't be Maxwell Lamote, surely not. Surely not. See if he tells us. But the big thing here is he's got a bench, because obviously he can't buy players because he's got the Merc thing. So he's had to buy his players like his Lanos and that. So it's very, very important. Yeah, but he's Vampire Lord Elegance. Yeah, okay. Lord Elegance, yeah. Shame about him. You see all the doctors. The doc might be able to fix him. He's got a niggle now. And Maxwell Lamote, yeah, he's a good player. I mean, everyone goes on about J-Love and Garth Brooks and all that, but Maxwell, he seems to get you out of a bit of trouble. He did it against Beers, if I remember, last week or last round. So it should be good to see how it goes. Any idea when we're kicking off? Obviously, as well, what I found out is V-Power V hasn't made the playoffs before. That was crazy. Apparently, either goes with these crazy builds or they get broken early in the season. So yeah, it'd be interesting. So if the winners win, they will play the Dragon Isle Poachers. If I've got that right. And if V-Power wins, they'll play the Badland Rejects. So, yeah, well, like I say, when you're ready, I'll go to the pitch. If you can just tell us when you're ready, I'll go to the pitch, and then we'll get it done. But yeah, for me personally, obviously J-Love's a big guy, and Maxwell will be expected to get the ball loose or bust them gaps open with his hypno for his better players to get through there and try and get the ball loose. Cho Fader's got big he's got a big job because he will be targeted. There's no two ways about it. V's going to go after him. That that is just the way it is. He's the guy who would scare me. Attrition wise, because apart from him, you got Garth Brooks and Mighty Blow, but that's it. So they're more about skills and scoring than hurting. No DPs either. So I think Cho Fader will be the one to. It'll be the one. Obviously, the Renegades will go after. Renegades have got good team as well, as we've said. Obviously, Little Mo is the sort of big name. Obviously, all that Creeps had a good season as well. But it's the claw, isn't it? They've got 3 claw. Will that extra claw make a difference? The 2 assassins as well, brilliant assassins. Both got multiple block as well. Gotta love that. That is really, really nice. I'm still debating with if I'd have kept Boogie Ice Cream, but I guess he has got Blodge and he has got Guard, what helps. So, it is what it is. So I'm just waiting. To see if V-Power. Just bear with me. Just asking V as well, see what's going on. And the other game, obviously, we'll have a look at the other teams, I suppose. Mystic Fall Timberwolves, obviously, ironically, the Timberwolves and Grand Bell Boys, obviously, both new franchises, so one of them are going to get to the semi-finals. This is Bezos' obviously team. Some very good players here. Apos keeps killing them. The question, there is a big news though. There is a story supposed to be coming out. something has happened to Arapo and various other shenanigans. Hopefully, before Wednesday, you'll get to find out what them shenanigans are. Here's V-Power. Nice. Are you guys ready to kick off? We've gone through both your teams. I can't go through them again. I've gone through them about twice already. So let's have a look at the other game. So yeah, and so obviously the Timberwolves as well. Like I said, they lost a few players, but they've still got the club, they've still got the guard, they've still got 8 guard. Obviously, Hantavirus very rarely plays. Everyone talks about him. We talk about him. I think he's maybe played 1 game and a few bits and pieces here and there. Obviously, Money in the Bank is the man. My favourite player, the Nutcracker, is there. And then if we have a look at their opponents, I'll just get it back here. Where are they? The Grand Bell Boys. This is another very good team as well. Lord Boomer, he was their first pick in the draft, or in the expansion it was. Cheddar Moss, ex York Phoenix player, that used to be under my tutelage, or is it tutelage I should say? Creech Wildslayer, I almost had this guy. I was going to sign him and just went before me and signed him instead. Cutter, a bit of shenanigans on Cutter, wasn't in the draft then, was. Grubsink Arms, I think Stolzy, who's coming back with his Blitz team, wants to try and sign him, but I don't think Jess is having any of it. Dead Grip's a very solid Rat Ogre, and then obviously a few more PCs, so that should be a good game as well. So yeah, so I'm just now basically waiting for, you know, the Blitz game really. Don't think it's on yet, but we'll have a look. MML. So we've got the Misfits and Almost Killy. Obviously Beers, the big cheese of MML Blitz is in action in his MML team. And they're getting retired. So hopefully this game will start in a minute. Will V-Power V be the one to break J-Love? Many have tried. Maybe it needed V-Power. Or will J-Love take the winners all the way to the big time? Still nothing, is there? I'm tempted to go and watch the Misfits while we're waiting. We're 10 minutes past 9. Let's have a look. From the Dragon's Nest. Should be good. Got nothing here. You just know if I go into the Misfits, everyone will be like, "What's this? What this in Blitz?" It's all gone quiet though, hasn't it? Even in chat. I had both coaches in earlier. I don't have any coaches in now. Where are you, coaches? Let me know. Someone please let me know. I've got nothing. I'll quickly go back to the teams then while we wait. It should start any time now. But I'll just quickly look at the teams once more while we wait. So this is the MML Blitz playoffs quarterfinal between two of the big Blitz franchises. It is gonna be a cracker. And for those just joining us, it is between the winners and the Renegades. The winners, obviously, they've got the superstars: J Love, the captain; Maxwell Lamotte, the superstar vampire; Garth Brooks, the lovable high elf blitzer as well. Lord Elegance come back from a nasty injury. He's here as well. Obviously, I can't pronounce. Is it Thranduil Royalty? He's there. Chorfader, their big enforcer. He needs a big game. And then he's got loads of these lovely things he can throw in front of claw pieces, and hope that obviously some of them will live. And obviously Maxwell Lamotte will want to be eating some of them as well. 3 rerolls, 1 apothecary. He's gonna have what? 3 2180. what's that? 400, 380 he's going to have to spend against the Renegades. The Renegades obviously are looking like this. Obviously, their captain's a big franchise superstar. Also, Little Mo Flanders. Obviously, the strength, agility, look at that. Move 9, strength 4, agility 4, AV8. All that creep there, 110er, who's had a good season. He had a very poor season last season. You got Tickles, you got Head Splitter, League Venom, the Green Rat King. You know, it should be a good game if it ever starts. Soul Hunter, the Reaper, 2 great assassins. I say it should be a good game if it starts. Don't know what the hold up is, to be honest. And I've got no sort of like, I don't know, I've got no, really don't want to stop the cast, but really I'm running out of stuff to say. This is when you wish you had a co-announcer so you could just talk to each other about random stuff about Blitz. And we're still waiting! What's the hold up? I'm going to give it a few more minutes, and if not, I will close the stream because it's just me here, isn't it? Just me looking at this. Might go and have a look at the Misfits while we wait. Oops. Ooh, the Blackguards beat the big surprise 3-0. That's a bit of a drawing. I have no idea what the hold-up is. I was told at half 8 it started in 30 minutes, 9 o'clock. Got it confirmed it was supposed to start at 9. But now we're looking, what? We're on 9:15. Don't know what the hold-up is. I'll be honest. Doesn't look. Sod this. I'm gonna go and have a look at the Misfits versus Almost Killy while we're waiting. Oh, I bet they'll say it's gonna be on now. Right, so the winners took 2 apothecaries, 1 extra training, and a babe. Interesting. Yeah, I get that because obviously with having 380, they needed 400 and they didn't have any cash. So that sort of makes sense. I mean, how many bloody rerolls have they got now though? That's the thing. So we're gonna pop in to see Beers. Hi Beers, and then we're popping straight back out. Oh dear. Did say that'd happen though, didn't I? I did say that'd happen, but that's cool. Let's have a look how bad he's doing, or how good he's doing. Come on, Beers, where are you? Yeah, he's got the. Oh no, he hasn't got the ball. I was going to say he's got the ball, but he don't have the ball. Here he comes. Oh, he dodges away through there. Get to J5. Can he get it with a 1 die? No, he rerolls it. Oh, and he doesn't get him down. Was it Mercules? Oh, then somebody else fails, and that's that. So not looking good for Beers. I think he needed that guy down, unfortunately. Unlucky Beers. As it looks like Resident Rules is Almost Killy is going to get it done. And obviously, as well, these two are obviously Blitz coaches as well. So you may see them if you watch some Blitz. Right, so let's leave that game then. And I'm praying we're finally going to get to see some Blitz action. Let's have a look. It's always a bit of a tricky thing to do because I always like to talk about the teams first. There we go. But not rush. But at the same time, if they're delayed for some reason, then you end up just like, uh-oh. Talking for 20 minutes. But here we go then. He's telling me anyway in chat, so it's all cool. I'm just talking to myself. I'm used to that at my age. Let's just hope everybody doesn't pile in with about 5 minutes to go. what usually happens. I've got a very weird concoction of cherry Coca-Cola and a cup of tea. Very British. I've got loads of crisps as well, but I won't munch through them. Not while I'm streaming. This here's as I slap some tea. Come on then, Cabal. Let's do it. Right then, here we go then. So it looks like V Power V will receive, looking at what's going on here. And look at this lovely elf grass. It's beautiful. Proper grass, this. I do like this. It's a beautiful, best pitch by far. I don't really like the Astrogranite. Just looks, ugh. But I do like this elf grass. There's some good stuff. So what do we have then? So we've got 2 Chorfs with a gap. What's interesting? And a Thrall. And obviously he's keeping this other Thrall out of harm's way because the Vampire might need to snack on him. I mean, the Vampire was really good last round because I was like, oh my god, he's got no Thralls. And if that Vampire Bloodlusts is in trouble. But you know what? He kept it in check. Did Lamotte. Did an amazing job. So, this will go to overtime if it's still a draw, and if we don't get a winner in overtime, it will go to penalties. Bum bum bum. So, yeah, I mean, this is the problem when you do have high AV. You've got Claw here, Claw there. I don't know where the other claw piece is. I think it's right there. Perfect defense would help. Rock, anything like that. Oh, what did I say? Perfect defense will help, and guess what? Perfect defense. So that's good. Now that means if he wants to, it can really bring in the attack here. Smartly changes the thrall for that. Now, how aggressive does he want to be? Does he really fancy coming forward, or is he going to play the waiting game? That's interesting, though, isn't it? Because he's basically put all of his players on Claw. I mean, that guy could... I mean, Tickles could just hold them 3 in place. That's interesting. Does he know something we don't? That seems a bit... I don't know. Interesting. I suppose when you also when you have an agility 5 like Vampire, who can just on a 2+ hypnotize, that always helps. But yeah, I'm a bit. I don't really get that. I'll be honest. Really don't get that. I presume he's just scared of the stabby. I mean, the thing is though, you're AV9. You know. Interesting. That's all I can think of. He doesn't want him to have the free multi-block stabs. That's all I can think of. And he'd rather take on the Claw. And there we go then. So, it'll be interesting what V-Power thinks of that. He'll be a bit frustrated about slightly a bit frustrated. Oh, I hope he's going to go... No, he's not. But at the same time, there's no pressure on him. I mean, if I was V, I'd have been like, oh my god, he's going to come right round here. And I'm going to be in a bit of trouble. But instead, he kept very defensive. And he wants V to come to him. It's going to be really interesting how V plays this. Is he going to stall it out and then make a late move, or is he going to just try and score quickly? It's going to be interesting. So the first one's a block. I bet Sturmgel would have hoped that was a troll putting that block in. Interesting. But yeah, it's interesting. So the assassin's basically scared AV9 to come over here. As long as the troll doesn't mess up, he can hold 3 of them in place. What is really good value for one piece. But instead, he goes for that one. Oh, he's gone, and that's it. He took the risk of going next to Claw. He could have got to the other side and probably missed it. He didn't. All I can do is he's gone for an apple, and that apple has not worked at all. So he has got a niggle, and that might be the last we'll ever see of him unless they make the final. And this was it. This is what I was calling. If he'd have put it to this side, you know, it was a better chance of. I don't know. I think with AB9, you've got to take the stab. You know, personally. But that is a bad start for the for Stem Jowl and the winners. They did not want that. Here comes another claw piece now coming in. And again it hits, and this time it's Taylor going to get hit. And Apo's already gone, don't forget. He was wasted. Well, he wasn't wasted. The Apo just didn't do his job. And if he loses this one... And he has! It's 2 down! 2 from 2. The claw is working. And another niggle! And again the Apo comes out, and this time, thankfully for him, the Apo does work. But what a start for the Renegades. Just what they wanted. 2 claw hits, 2 injured. And, yeah. That is not good. That is a disastrous start for them. Man, what a disaster. Long way to go yet, but, you know, but I did say he has that big bench. So, you know, there is that. If he had like a standing 11 players, I'd be very concerned. But luckily he hasn't. He has got plenty. So hopefully, it'll be alright. So it puts him all the way back. I think he might stall this, you know, unless pressure comes. And that's the problem when you stay this far back. Because you're just presuming, right, he's going to come to me. But if he doesn't, and he's got a 1-turner, he could just wait out here. I mean, I mean, personally myself, with that perfect defense, I would have been aggressive. I would have been up here thinking, right, let's put him under pressure. And all of a sudden now, what we're seeing now is all these players coming, you know, when they should have really been here in the first place. I mean, you know, Chofeda could have actually got a hit in this turn if they'd have come aggressive. He could have picked out anything he wanted. And now he's having to run his little legs, to get in position to blitz the following turn if he's still on his feet. So, I just, you know, I sort of think to myself, if he stayed back, it would have made sense, because that's his game plan. But now he's come forward, I'm thinking, well, you know, what are we doing? And the question is now, is who's he going to put in front of Chofeda? He cannot afford to lose Chofeda. Cannot afford to lose that guy. And the Thrall's coming in play. So, Stem Giles winners desperately need to get themselves a removal if they can, just to keep up with it. And that doesn't help. Lord Elegance has come off a nasty injury. Maybe still feeling that. But at least they'll get a 2 die now on this guy. The failed, will there be a reroll? He's got 5 of them. If he rerolls and fails or get dub skulls or puts Chof under a lot of trouble. Will he? No, he's going to keep it there. So not a great start. 4 dice, not 1 power or anything to knock him down. There's going to be more hits coming next turn. I'm just a bit concerned for Chofeda where he is at the moment. Interestingly, he goes backwards. Is he the strength 2 one? Yeah. So poor Chofeda at the moment, he's just by himself. Let's see if he gets any help or protection. I think he needs it, to be fair. Who do you put there, though? They're all very nice pieces. That's the problem you've got. I mean, you can sort of protect him with your thrall to a certain... You see, that's not protect... Oh my god, that's not really protecting him. So Chofeda fans at the moment, I think will be a bit worried. Because I'm almost certain that is where V-Power is going to go. I would be stunned to see the Vamp or J Love being in front of that Chorfader. Bum 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 bum. There you go, and the Vamp's playing ball. Wow. So I will be stunned if he doesn't go for this carrot. It's like Chorfader's there. Strength 4. Man, I would be blitzing Chorfader straight away, and my brain would be saying reroll will be used. Because my thinking with this team is that they've got plenty of options to score. You know, position will have to sort that out. But the other thing you need to do is obviously take care of their players who can really hurt your team. Because this is the quarter-final, there's another 2 games, so it's important not to lose players. And to me, Chorfader, wow, he needs to go. He needs to go. 2 Appos have gone as well. Unless it's a really bad injury, I don't think he'll Appo Chorfader. You know, we'll see. Only a minute left, so he's still taking his time, is V. Doesn't go with the claw. But to be honest, I'd have thought it'd come from this guy anyway. Leak Venom. Ball's nicely safe over there. Oh, look at that. The head splitter doing his job. Needing a 4+2 to just move him, and he got a 6, so that's always good. Nice bit of guard put in there to help him at this side, so that's nicely played. Are we going to see Chorfader get hit? That is the question. Doesn't look like it, does it? No, he does not. That does surprise me. That does surprise me. At the end of the day, it's probably the best thing not to, because he didn't break armor. So very cagey start. Very cagey start so far. Maybe he's thinking of the long term of the competition, and he doesn't want to lose his claw pieces. And obviously, the good thing what he's done here, he's trying to protect his players from Chorfader chomping on him. Oh God, so I'd want to try and eat that. Be interesting to see how he does this. A GFI would get a nice shot at this guy. Would have to GFI that though if he wants to go with him. Here we go. Oh, hey up. Oh, he's strength 2, isn't he? That really confused me. I'm saying he's got guard. How is it not a? Oh, this is not a. Oh, man, Sturmjarl is not having. He's not. I don't know what's the word. It's not going his way early. There's still plenty of time, but he can't even knock anything down at the moment. That's the problem. Man, not a good start. You know, I would have definitely would have rerolled like he did there as well. You need to get some attrition, but not a It's lost 2 Chorfs. One of them is obviously not going to be playing for the rest of the game and will not play if they get through. And man, you know, and they're only down to 1 Appo again now, so they're back to a normal. Here he comes, J-Love. J-Love is our hero. J-Love. He's obviously going to be putting some pressure on. That's what we want to see. J-Love's had enough. I'm coming to get you. I'm going to come and get you all that crap. This is what we want to see. It's a bit of pressure coming on. And this is what's good about this team. They've got speed, and they've got some really talented ball handlers, ball strippers, you know. This is where their strength lies. And it's hard to really mark these two up because they both, you know, very good. I mean, he's agility 5, isn't he? Blood Elegance, and I think it's agility 4 is J Love. There's a lot of money for J Love though, because I think if he survives the season, he gets his GM 400 grand. I think if he survives the season. So if he was to die, yeah, that's an expensive bit of cash. But anyway, so Rat Creep, he runs there, and he's got himself into a little cage, and this is where, you know, usually this is safe, and I'm not saying it isn't safe, but when we've got Max here with a strip ball and agility 5, so he's leaping on a 2+, and a push will get the ball loose, because obviously all that creep does not have sure hands. Not many 110 gut runners will ever have sure hands. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. I mean, he's got some really nice guard there, though, hasn't he? So, and there we go. This is big then. Chofader's going to get clunked. The POW has been rolled. And what do we get? Nothing yet. Just looking at the bench, I knew they got 2 players on the bench of the Renegades, so they don't have to worry about players yet. And well, the Renegades having a really good start to the game. He's been well behaved. 4+ to move, and that's twice he's done it. This time on a 5. I mean, he's not really got anything he can foul with. So I think Chof's going to be fine. The problem with Chof, if he gets up, he's going to get clobbered by Mr. Tickles. I know he's called Tickles, but I always call him Miss Tickles. I don't know why. It's going to be really interesting to see how he plays this. And here comes in the and the Blitz, and finally there's no power this time, and Garth Brooks. I love Garth Brooks. He lives to fight another day. But yeah, it's about as solid as you're gonna get, really, isn't it? I suppose you're gonna put one here behind the gut runner, but it's gonna be interesting to see how he plays this now. And now the thing as well is, obviously the winners, I don't even knock, it's 10-3 now, the winners have not knocked anything down, the 2 players down as well. 2 apples have gone, 1 worked, 1 didn't. Does he really trust getting this ball loose? Well, he's marking him up. I wonder if he's going to take a well, it's interesting to see who he goes for here. Will he attack the cage? It's not going to be an easy cage dive if he does go for that. I'm just thinking if he goes in there, leaps in there, obviously he'll have to get him horse. Has he got guard as well though? So it'll be a 1 die. Because it's strength 4, 2 guard pieces. Get him up. 1 die, still not bad. I guess. Oh, he's got jump up, hasn't he? I totally forgot about jump up. And Chof Vader comes big finally. God, how did I forget that? That changes it. Oh, that's sneaky though. You make sure he plugs that gap. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be other gaps though. Gotta follow there, surely. Gotta follow. Chof Vader gets the first pow of the game. Oh, there's still no break armor, but Chof Vader's down. And, oh, just a stun. Just a stun. But finally they get some traction. Don't think he's going to leap in now. If he does, he'll come this way. That's the best way, because I think he gets 2 die that way. He's in. Come Come on, let me off the screen. There we go. Strip ball, yep, strip ball's in play, so that's fine. The ball's coming loose, people. Where is the ball going? You think it's going to go to one of the Renegades, if they can catch it, that is. Don't know where that's going. What the hell's going on here? Oh, look where he lands! Oh no, I think Stemjaw was open. He was going to bounce off a player, bounce out here, and pick the ball up. That will not help. And obviously that guy's got stand firm as well, so he can't knock him onto the ball. J-Love's good, but he ain't that good. But he's going to try and twonk him. Doesn't though. These assassins have killed people before, so don't be surprised if it's an assassin's blade what takes care of J-Love. So, now the problem is, he's got the ball loose, but a lot of his players are now going to get hit, unfortunately. Here comes the stab. Oh, J-Love's too good for that. Fails. Oh, and he tries to stab the thrower, and that doesn't work out. AV8 holds very nicely there. I mean, he's obviously still got this guy as well here. But yeah, big game, this quarter-final playoff action from MML Blitz. And the other stab fails as well. Here comes the claw. Claw fails as well. So all of a sudden, nothing's working for the Renegades. Early doors, they was powering everything nice and easy. But this turn has not been good so far. So he's going to go with the other artillery, the other claw piece. And this one sadly doesn't miss. And Leak Venom is going to say bye-bye to Royalty. But Royalty, at least his armor holds. So that's important. But it now basically means a 2+ dodge, 2+ pickup. And his away is all rat creep. I don't actually know who's going to... Well, there is Garth Brooks there, isn't there? But he just sods low that the Rat Ogre, who's needed a 4+ each turn, and he's got it no problem, will probably fail a 2+, you know, a 2+. And Lord Elegance, the Niggle player, has just been twonked by a little more Flanders, but again the AV holds. So the only armor what didn't hold for the winners has been the Chorf armor of AV9. Obviously, 2 Niggles, 1 Apo failed, so still got the Niggle, and then obviously this guy did get healed. And we're back here, and that's just a dodge. Oh man, that puts him right next to Mr. Tickles. That's a bit scary. And Tickles does have claw palm as well. Ball's picked up nicely. Now, will he potato? Will he come down here and potato up here and trust in his strength 6 to do something? No, he stays put. The Maxwell and Moore, he actually has done alright there. Tickles has failed him. He really needed Tickles to knock him down. He didn't. But at least he's got tentacles on him. So he's got the ball back as V, but that's not a great one, is it? Really isn't. Oh man. Problem is the winners don't have much guard. So it really hurts them in these sort of scuffles. It's not what they want to be doing, is it? Is there a player there? There's an assassin there. So I'd imagine he may try a jump up again here. Try and get rid of that guy. There is no cover out here though. There is no cover out here. That is an issue. Obviously, if this is tied at full time, it will go into overtime. And if need be, we will go to penalties. There is so much quality in both these teams. Should be an extremely close match. I think at the moment though, the guard is really helping V here. Just over 50 seconds left. So Drumphtopia did He did jump up again, but again, this time he fails. He's failed every single time apart from one so far. Not what you expect from your enforcer. Question is, where is he going to hit? Again, he can like blitz and leap to here and get a 2 die again. Obviously, he's got to leap out of tents. That's the problem. The problem he's got, though, if he fails, he can just get out of there and it'll be pretty safe. Obviously, the other problem as well is, if he tries to leap and he fails his bloodthirst, you know, his bloodlust, and he can't get out of tentacles, then he's in a bit of a problem. Did he not? I don't know if he was. Oh, he did go in. He did leap in with the blitz. He's gonna get 2 die, and that's all you're gonna get. And he gets the ball loose again, and that's why strip ball is very important. And where's the ball gonna go this time? This is crucial. The ball goes bouncing. Oh, he almost got it again. Oh well, it's not a great spot, is it? But at least he's got the ball loose again. This is getting a bit congested over here. Is it time for Garth Brooks to become the hero? No, J-Love. Where's J-Love going? J-Love, he's so fast. Even the shadowing can't stop him. Oh, here we go. Here comes Garth Brooks. Is he going to go for it? No, it's not yet. Oh, he is. And he gets it! Garth Brooks gets the ball! What a hero! And all of a sudden the winners now have the ball. And that is huge. 4+ pickup needed with no reroll, and he got it. J-Love obviously helping Garth Brooks there as well. And all of a sudden now, well, the Renegades are in a bit of bother. But they do have plenty of options to get this ball back. Plenty. And oh, the stab! He stabbed more! The vamp gets staked by the assassin. Quite clearly a stake was used there. And that is the end of him for now. So that's a nice start. And now the Green Rat King, well, the claw pieces, he's going to hit the thrower. Are we going to see another break of armor? Nope, he's fine. He lives to fight another day. The problem as well is, obviously, usually Tickles, you just put him in here. Because he got injured this season, he's only movement 3, so all of a sudden, oh god, GFI, bit risky, innit? Roll a 1, you're in trouble. So that goes in there. He's there. Here we go. Oh, double powers, Garth Brooks. Beers will be praying that Garth Brooks dies here. Doesn't like him. Everybody else will be playing, say, please don't die, Garth. Oh, and he's KO'd. Garth Brooks is out of here. A big removal. And that is the 3rd removal for... Oh, but look who gets the ball. It's J-Love. He catches it with his nerves of steel. And all of a sudden... What I was just about to say is a massive, massive advantage now to the Renegades. Now have the problem that J-Love has the ball. And wow, Jim Sardonic will be cursing. Saying, why has somebody not killed him yet? That is a huge moment. Just as he gets rid of Garth Brooks, the Renegades will be so happy thinking, yes, now we're gonna get the ball back and score. And what happens? That man, the superstar J-Love, catches it and says, nope, not on my watch. And all of a sudden now, the winners. I mean, I don't know what he's going to do with the ball, to be fair. Oh, wow, that animal doesn't work this time. I mean, I'm guessing J-Love needs to get it to this guy. I mean, Lord Elegance still banged up after an injury from last week. But if he can somehow get into the end zone, and a possible throw from J-Love, if he can, like, dodge a few people here. Oh, there's a failed GFI. It's only on LTF, though. The reroll might come in. It does come in. Gets a nice, beautiful 6. He marks up the thrall. That's quite a good thing, really. Oh, he's going to go for it. And he gets in. Mr. Tickles gets in there with the GFI. And that will help. Man, this is close. Oh, man, this Tentacles is going to be huge now. He needs to get out of that. I mean, it's going to be a 2+. Bounce to there. 3+. 3+. Oh, my word. 2+. Unless he swings round this way. So, yeah, they do have the ball, but it's going to be hard to do something with it. Unless the superstars actually do some good here. This is tricky. Obviously, Drumphthopia's on his feet, but not much you can do at the moment. And he could possibly go chomping on the green Ratkin just for attrition purposes, but it's not going to help him with the ball. I mean, you'd think on a 2+, this guy's going to get out. Problem is getting J Love out. I mean, J Love's going to have to, you know, somehow manage to get out of Tentacles. If he can, he's got a good chance. That's what the issue is, isn't it? Yeah, and Drumphtopia is the one who's coming in. And we went for the 1 die. Didn't work. Drumphthopia's had a poor game. Has an extremely poor game for his Stemjal at the moment. He paid big money for a Strength 4 Claw Pommer, and he's done nothing. He's done 1 stun in the full game. And I think that's the only time he's actually knocked someone down. And here we go. This is what I expected. He hasn't GFR'd though. Is he going to keep him there? Can't see because of this stupid thing. So it's all going to be on J-Love, as it has been so many times before. He has got the heads of steel, hasn't he? Of course he has. He went for it. It was a big thing. I mean, it was a far plus needed. Can he get it on the second time? He's a great player, and he does! J-Love throws the ball, and it's caught beautifully, and the stupid bloody thingy. And Lord Elegance has caught the ball beautifully. And that is why he's such a big player as J-Love. He's caught the ball in traffic, and he's thrown a humongous bomb all over on a 5+, and he's done it. What a big player. He might get pummeled a bit now. The question is, can somebody stop this guy? And I can't stand this freaking thing. I can't see myself. That is a huge, huge play from J-Love. Both turns. And Wild Animal's not working either. For the Ratto, who's decided I've had enough. I was well behaved for the first few turns, and you let me hit nothing. I'm gonna have a sulk. So this is huge. He needs to get him down. The good news for him though, he does have a little more Flanders, and he can get Old Rat Creep down there to get a 2 die. He does have 4. He does have 2 rerolls, so he will get 4 dice on him. But he will need the POW. If he don't get it, he's in trouble. This is a key. I feel like I'm saying that almost every turn. But it is the playoffs. So everything is, you know, important. Meanwhile, Leak Venom, one of the Claw Blitzers. And he's injured him! Oh my god, Thranduil Loyalty is injured. And he loses 1 point of movement. I don't think he's going to Appo this. He does Appo this! And he does save him! We have no Appos, and J-Love... Well, it's all in the lap of the gods now, buddy. It's all in the lap of the gods for J-Love. Oh, man. To be fair, I would have probably let the first Chof go. I'm surprised. I mean, I presume he likes his thrower. That's all I can say. What will be, I guess. But that is, yeah. It's a bit scary, that now, isn't it? J-Love there next to Tentacles. Here we go. This is the big play, though. Can Little More do his thing, do his duty? First time's a fail, second time is a fail as well. J-Love. Little More Flanders has failed his captain, failed his GM, failed everybody by not rolling the POW. But again, positioning is really good to a certain extent. I'm pretty certain that he's going to steamroll past the gutter though. But wow, the winners could, bar an absolute disaster, could be 1-0 up pretty quickly. The stabs ain't working for the assassins. Question is, can he get the other assassin in play? Can. So that helps. Is he gonna have a crack at J-Love? He needs to hit J-Love, doesn't he? Gotta get a bit of J-Love there, hasn't he? Gotta get J-Love there. Here we go. And he does find the POW, and it's J-Love, the guy so many people have tried to kill, and all the others love him. What's gonna happen to J-Love? There is no apple left, so it's in the lap of the gods. Will his trusty armor hold? His trusty AV8 hold? It does. It does hold. Will the power on come, or will he say, you know what, I'm going to keep him in place? I think he is going to keep him in place, so J-Love takes it like a champ. And, oh, that's not... I like that. Scoring threat, just in case something goes wrong at the other end. What's he going to do here? I mean, there's no tackle on him. So it's going to be a 2+2+ to take the lead. But there is shadow on him. But shadowing won't really make any difference, will it, to be fair? Because he's going to do 2 dodges anyway. Do not want to be rolling ones now. I mean, the other question is as well, do you dare take hits first? I mean, Chofede, if he could get rid of anything, would be good. But he's done nothing this game. And again, there's nothing. Absolute nothing. How frustrating must this be for the winners and Coach Sturmjal? Again, he fails his captain. Some of the big players aren't doing well. I think the best player on the pitch so far has been J-Love. You know, and obviously the Vamp, who's now KO'd, he obviously got the ball loose. And he's still going to start hitting. Do you know, I think I would be just like going for the TD, to be fair now. I get why he did it with Chofede, because obviously he's a claw pommer, but I think now, because if you're betting a reroll now, you need it just in case something goes through it down here. I mean, this is a 2+2+. This is, you know, if you could, I mean, obviously, you know, he's V-Power's got the 110, but where's he going? Where's he going? Little legs over there. I don't think he's going to do much. It's probably there for the intercept attempt, I guess. So, don't roll ones and you'll take the lead. It's as simple as that. Here we go. First one's good. He rolls a 6. That's more than a 1. Shadowing fails. This to take the lead. And he does. And Lord Elegance comes back from his sickbed to take the lead for the winners in the playoffs. So the playoffs see the winners against the runner play take the lead. And they are now winning 1-0. And it's all to do for V-Power V. I always say against the winner play. It's not really that, is it? What is it? What really is it? It is... It's not his drive, is it? Against V-Power's drive? I don't know what you call it. But it's V's drive and he's 1-0 down. Luckily, he does have the old rat creep, and I think we'll see a 110 attempt pretty quickly. You know what? Personally, me, I would be bringing my thralls on here. With 2 10s to go, I'll say, right, you can eat my thralls, I don't care. And I'll bring my chofs on second half. Because if he doesn't, there's 3 claw pieces here, we're going to just chomp on them. But to be fair to him, he's only got 1 on there, hasn't he? And he's the guy who got appoed. He's got 2 thralls that I'd just get rid of him and put on another thrall, to be honest. Don't really need him there. Who's this guy here? Drake Smooching. Ooh, very posh. Thing is, as well, obviously, you want tackle, don't you? I mean, he should be there. They should be the other way around. You know? It does have 2 turns though, so it doesn't have to 1 turn. But like I said, I mean, the winners will be delighted. Turning over the Renegades on their drive is huge, especially since they lost a few players early as well. You know, and they've got all the players back. Obviously, they had a Babe as well, just in case they needed him. And in fact, Garth Brooks rolled a 3, so the Babe did help him. What happened? What happened to Maxwell? I thought he got knocked out as well. Totally confused him with that. I thought he got knocked out. Obviously not. So, like I said, if the winners win, they will play the Poachers in the semi-final. And that means the game between the Timberwolves and the Badland Rejects will play... the Grand Bell Boys and the Mystic Fall Timberwolves. The winner of that one will play the Bad Rejects. But there's plenty of time to go, and if anyone can turn this around, it would be V Power V. So, like I say, if it is level at full time, we do go into overtime. And another perfect defense for the winners. They've got this down to as far out. Now, he might just stay there. I think I'd still move the players away from Claw. And the Might Below Claw Parlin piece. He's a bit scary. Suppose the only other option you might want to do is like just stack this. So it's 1 turn and don't have the option. I'd be pretty tempted to do that, but we'll see. And the thing is, well, if he scores on turn 7, the winners have 2 turns to try and score as well, and they are more than capable to score in 2 turns. In the end, he's decided, you know what, Chow Fader's going to put his ugly mug there with his strength 4 goodness. And, yeah, this is pretty smart. He'll probably keep something back. I think this is what I would do. Get a taste, put a couple of tasty falls there as well, just so this claw piece and chomp his way through them. Oh, look at J-Love. He's snooping again, and he's a snooper. It's a nice kick as well. It's a very nice kick. There's no one that far back. Got to plug someone in there, though. Unless he's going to try and bait him. You know? There we go. So that means someone else is going to go there. Interesting. So 15 seconds left. So he's running out of time. He's going to have to be pretty quick. He's got his 3 things there. He's going to plug anything in here, I wonder. You sort of would think he would, but he's gone with that. Just waiting for the ball. And that's at least that's a nice bounce for the Renegades. Comes towards them instead of away from them. That helps. I mean, this is certainly still doable, you know, especially if Tickles behaves himself and obviously this guard helps him. You know, there's still a good chance. But this is key now. This is key. You sort of feel like the Renegades have to score in these next 2 turns because obviously the winners have the ball second half. And you think if anyone's going to score, it's going to be old Rat Creep, who has had a very, very good season. But he now has to deliver in the playoffs. That's the thing. And the thing about the winners as well, I mean, Chow Fader's been bloody awful. Absolutely awful. He's knocked one thing down all half, and that is not what you want from your premium killer. Wild Animal again, he's just not playing ball today. First 2 turns, he was fine. After that, he didn't let him hit anything, so he's been in the sulk all day since. The question is now, who's hitting what? Here we go. And the claw's good. The Green Rat King trying to get rid of all the throw armor holds. It's ironic that the only armor really what's been broken really has been Chorf armor. Everything else is pretty well held up. And as you can see, nothing has been removed from the Renegades at all. So he's going to try and come around here. And the thing is, Little Morphlantis is very good. He can, you know, we're talking about, obviously, good old Olivet Creep having to score. But, as we know, Little More could get it done as well. Again, the Thrall armor holds. This Thrall armor's holding up extremely well. The Assassin now gets put in place. How fast can he go? So he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 GFRs puts him there. Obviously he's got agility piece in there, hand off 2+, so. Oh, yep. There we go. Good old all that creep. The sneaky devil jumps over there. That's quite smart because that means he protects obviously a little more down here as well. That is a really smart player. Really well played from B that. It's going to be interesting now how the winners are going to sort this out because, you know, the Renegades do have these 2 scoring options now. Obviously that's an agility 4 rat as well. Oh, Cho Fader again doesn't knock anything down. I mean, I'm getting annoyed that he hit nothing down, so I can't but just imagine how annoyed Stamjal's going to be with this guy. Really had a stinker of a game. I guess the only thing you can hope for is second half he comes out with a different person because, you know, 1 knockdown in 7 turns is diabolical. So Taylor finally gets someone down, but again, they've not been able to break the armor of the Renegades, and that's another reason why it's so impressive that he's actually leading 1-0. It's extremely impressive. So it's going to be interesting to see what he's gonna blitz here. He really wants to blitz all that creep. I mean, he does have the vamp, so they can, you know, it could hypnotize this guy and then go straight through and hit the rat, as long as he doesn't roll any 1s, obviously. Well, in fact, he could even roll a 1 for Bloodlust. But this is huge because, like I say, if the Renegades don't score the next turn, and yeah, he's exactly doing what I expect him to do. I mean, this was a no-brainer. There you go. The only question is, what is he going to go with? And the problem here as well is, can he somehow, you know, and if is he going to, well, will he put something in his scoring? Well, that's interesting. That means he's going to have to go all the way around. So if he'd have put him there, it'd have been a 1, 2, 3, 4, bang. So it'd have only been the 1 GFI, unless he's going to go with somebody else. That's not exactly great for him though. He will go again, still doesn't do the job. I think I would have rather gone with a tackle. Had a lot better chance of getting it done. It's going to have to come right across now. So I do believe he's got a chance now. Oh, God, J Love standing next to an assassin. That is, oh man. Well, that is brave. No apples left, and his superstar has just parked up against an assassin's blade. And talking about assassin's blade, on the other side, we do see it work. That is huge. A multi-block stab, gotta love it. Doesn't get the chuff, but he does get this piece. That's big. Well, J-Love, I did say if J-Love's going to go, he might go to the blade of an assassin. But J-Love's so good. And he just deflects the blade. I imagine we'll probably see the handoff next. Oh, and he's gone with the wild animal. He's on playing, boy. He's had enough. He's had enough. He's been as much use as Chorfader has this half. I mean, the thing is, all that creep does have 2 heads, so it would be 2+, 2+. Yeah, there's a lot of 2+, maybe a 3+ in there as well. Oh, he rolled a 1! Oh, this is trouble! Oh, that creep's had a great season, and he picks the ball. Now he's going to have to be a hero. Man, he didn't really want to use that. Did not want to use his reroll there, and all of a sudden now, oh man. I mean, luckily he hasn't got any tackle. Here we go. Fan. Now, which way is he going to go? He's going to go through tackle. It's a 3+. Hang on. Is it? No, hang on. 2+, 2+, isn't it? Oh, he's gone that way. Oh, he's got through. Here we go for TD, and all that creep gets it done. That was huge, absolute huge. Because if he didn't score that, I would have thought that was it. He's had a great season. He fumbled the ball in the build-up to it, but he gets it done for his captain, and that is a huge TD. It's 1-1. Now we're going to see the winners. Can they get themselves a 1-turner reply? I mean, the winners are still at advantage because it will be their drive next. But the Renegades do have some leap-in assassins who can get the ball loose. And they've still got the firepower. But that was huge. Biz is here. Oh, he's throwing up after seeing that action. Garth Brooks still lives. J-Love being, to me, the best player on the pitch is J-Love. Although, all that creep there, what a superstar. Got it done. But it is advantage to winners. And if the winners can somehow 1-turn this, that would be soul-destroying for the Renegades. They do have the people who can 1-turn if they want to as well. But yeah, I mean, the biggest villain of the half has been Chorf Vader. 7 turns, 1 knockdown, and he was a stun from a pylon. That's all he's given his captain. He needs to have a better second half. Because they've not, I mean, to be fair, there's not been many removals after the first turn. I mean, we had 2 injuries the first turn. Since then, hang on, we did. We had another an Apo on the throw, didn't we? But there is no Apos left for the winners. So any more stat downs or deaths cannot be saved. So yeah, it's all going to be a bit squeaky bum time in the second half. The question obviously now is, will he go for the 1-turn? Or will he just go for attrition? I think he'll go for the 1-turn myself. Because let's be honest, he has a bench. If you can get the 1-turn, you go for it. And he has got people who will do it. Will we get to see Chorfader actually do something? It would be ironic if he wanted Chorfader to get a push and then he get both down power or something like that. I mean, I don't know how good Stem Jelly is at 1-turning, I'll be honest. But we'll see. Now, what's the speed of these guys? So you got J-Love speed of 8. So So he'd need 3 pushes, wouldn't he? Can be done. The winners started off with 3 apples and had used 2 apples in the first turn. One of them worked, one of them didn't, and then the 3rd apple was used on the thrower. Who I thought he wasn't gonna apple. I thought he'll save the apple for J Love, but he didn't. Luckily that apple worked because he would have been a -1 movement, and he would have missed the next game. But that's the thing about Blitz, isn't it? You know, you lose your players, but then you can sign new players in the draft. 20 seconds left. I hope he knows what he's doing here. I'll try to figure out his 1 turn in this, I'll be honest. I mean, having sidestep helps. Here we go then. Let's see what happens. Quick snap. Oh, that helps. Oh, does that help? That's 1 less square they're going to have to worry about to get him in range. That is, oh, that's a killer. Don't think he is what Beers. Going for the 1-turner. And the problem is this guy's got sidestep, so I'm so confused. What? I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. I'll be honest. I mean, that is just perfect for the 1-turner. I mean, if he'd have put it to this side, I don't get that. I don't know what he's doing. Does he know that guy's got sidestep? We'll soon find out in a minute. But especially with that extra movement, the 110, you know, is definitely on. But now I'm not so sure. I mean, it can be done. It definitely can be done. I'll tell you why it can be done, because if I can see it, and I'm not a 1-turner, I'm terrible at them, then I'm sure Sturmjal can do it. But, you know, on a sidestepper, you know, I mean, you can fill all these up and then push them where you want, so you can do that as well. But I think if it had gone this side, it was just so much easier. But we'll see. We'll see how he does it. He has a plan. As long as he knows what he's doing, that's all that matters. Well, Chorfader's going to get someone down. That's at least one good thing, I guess. I think, was it turn 3 the last time he knocked something down? And he at least breaks armor. His stun is gonna. He might pile on. Yep. And it's he got the same thing as before. I mean, luckily he can still get this, because I think he only needs 2 pushes, doesn't he? Yeah, so he can still do this. He can't now, I don't think. Yeah, this is a bit of a mess now. I don't know what. I mean, if he'd left, I mean, there's a chance to use this guy to get the 2 pushes on this guy. I can say that now because obviously it's done, but I think V's dodged a big bullet there. There's definitely 1 turn on, and he's just. I don't know if he didn't realise he had sidestep or he never was going for it. I'm not sure what he's doing, Beers, to be honest. Was he ever going for the 1 turn? But the 1 turn was on. Maybe he just didn't want to risk it. You know, it's J Love who would have had to have gone into the gauntlet. But yeah, oh man, the 110 was on. And the thing is, if you'd have scored that 110 and then got a quick score in the second half, that's basically game over. Yeah. I mean, I'm usually more of the player I'll go for attrition than going for the 110ers, but that's mainly because of the teams I play and the slowness of them. But with that team, I'm like, man, we can get a 110 off here. But in the end, it wasn't, and he still didn't get the attrition. He still is yet to get one player off the pitch as well. Obviously, all that creep will keep off the pitch for this drive, so he's there as an insurance policy for turn 16. If obviously he does stall that long. But, you know, the winners are doing well, but they've got to get some attrition. Because if they can get some attrition, that will at least help their cause. But as long as J-Love's there, they've got a chance. I mean, the pass. I mean, J-Love caught the ball in traffic. He has nerves of steel. He then had the big, massive tentacle beast that his tickles on him, and everyone was on him, and he threw a massive long bomb to Lord Elegans, who caught it, did 2 dodges, and scored after taking 4 die on him as well. So that was the big play of the half for the winners, and then obviously all that creep, his big play. And again, I don't like GFIing, but I would have GFI'd and got the blitz off with tackle on a blodger. What could have, to me, had a better chance of knocking down all that creep than going for a 4 die with no tackle. But it is what it is. The question now you've got to ask yourself is he going to go for the quick score? Is he going to try and stall it out? Is Chauffeur going to do something? But we'll see. Kickoff events so far have been very good for the winners, as they've had 2 very nice perfect defenses. Obviously, the winner's strength is in their firepower, in their skilled players. They've got a lot of very good skilled players. Garth Brooks there, Jay Love, Lord Elegance, who's leveled up as well, so that's good for him. Obviously, Royalty back there as well. Obviously, Lamort the Vampire, who is the most well-behaved vampire I've seen ever, I think. Never seems to bloodlust. Maybe I should have said that, because I probably will. And I'll get blamed for that. The other playoff game, apparently the rumour is it's going to be Wednesday. Probably Wednesday night. And that's obviously between Series Jess and the Grom Bell Boys and Berzo and the Mystic Falls Timberwolves. What should be another game, as good, brutal game as well. A perfect defense this time, though. It goes to the Renegades. We've had 3 kickoffs, and every kickoff has been perfect defense. Crazy. That really will annoy the winners, though, because they don't have the strength or the guard, and this is going to put them in a complete pickle if the Renegades want to get in their face, as I think they will. Yeah, here comes the big guards. Talking about big strong guards, will we get to see some trees, big muscular trees coming into Blitz next season? We've also got Oak Favre, who basically is a quarterback tree. If you know your American football, yes, you give him the ball, or the fling, or the goblin, or whatever you want him to throw, and boy can that guy throw it. He throws it for miles. It's amazing. Hope someone picks him up. Could be a game breaker. Could win you a Blitz title. Obviously, Mike Tyson. He'll be joining Blitz next season. And people are already saying, can Mike Tyson beat Chuck Norris if they both come to blows? That should be a good one. Interesting he's gone this sort of formation. It's very, very nicely settled here. It's kept away from Chof Vader. And again, you know, good old Chorfy baby, is he going to have a good second half? He needs a good second half, because if he doesn't, well, I'm so glad it's not Bezo with Chof Vader. Bezo would have probably thrown his control out the window by now. He's had a stinker as Vader. But the thing as well with Vader, he's not had no help from anybody else. Nobody else actually done anything to help him with attrition either. So Maxwell Lamort starts it off with a push on the Beastman so he doesn't get him down. That's a shame. And that puts him on the claw pommer tickles. Well, I don't think I've ever seen him claw pom for a while. To be fair, he's not claw pom this game. That's a strength 6 rat ogre as well, so that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be really tough to knock down. I'll be a red die at the moment, unless Chof Vader comes in and wants to eat him. But then there's 2 guard here as well, so that's not going to happen. And it's Baze's favourite player, Garth Brooks, who's going to be the one to do something. And, well... Oh, we've got an armor break. It's a stun. That's all they seem to get, but at least it's a stun. And Garth Brooks taking care of business. At least knocks him down. So again, you know, Chof Vader is not going to take the Blitz. I wonder if Stemjar has lost faith in his enforcer for the time being. It's an extremely very patient, slow game. They're basically milking the clock down very, very, you know. Here comes Chorfy baby. Where's he going? Chof Vader's going back. So you sort of think if he's going to do that, does that mean they're all going back? J-Love's coming back. I think he was sort of set up for like a quickish score, but then obviously because of the perfect defense, they've decided, I don't think I will. Ball's picked up nicely. Three seconds left. Running out of time. And he has run out of time. So that is it. So Stemjal has ran out of time. And now can the Renegades make him pay for it? I mean, I don't know. Could he really do much else here? I mean, it sort of makes a solid defense, doesn't it? I don't think he's going to go that way. I think it's more like to go this way. I mean, this is just what you don't want when you haven't got much strength and the opponent gets perfect defense. That can really mess you up. I've got a feeling we're going to get to see League Venom maybe have a crack at Garth Brooks. It will be a JFR though if he does, because obviously he's got -1 movement. Bit of a patient game this. He might not, because it would be overstretching his killer. Nope, he's going to go for it. Can he get the GFR first of all? He does. And he does get the POW. Garth Brooks is going down. There's no apples, remember. Oh, he's broke his armor. Oh, it's a stun. Wow. Every time one of his big stars goes down now, heart in mouth, because there's no apple what can save him. But luckily, Garth Brooks takes it like a champ. And he'll be back up in a couple of turns. Head splitter. He's behaving like he did at the start of the first half, and then he went horribly terrible after that. But again, this Chof army is not doing anything, and it's another removal. And well, he was niggled turn 1. The apple was used and he's back and he's been KO'd again. I bet Stamjal wishes he never wasted the apple now. And now we're going to lose the vamp. Can the vamp hold, or is it going to get splattered as well? If they lose the vamp as well, this would be disastrous. Tickles obviously does have tackle, so this is going. He's going to go down, and he does go down. And he's injured. Maxwell Lamont is injured. What is the injury? It's a no long term, and he don't regen. So the good news is he will be back if they get through. The bad news is he is done for this game. He is gone. And that is a huge, huge turn there for the Renegades. And all of a sudden, the winners, who was probably favourites coming into the second half, maybe aren't anymore. You know? Chalk Vader needs to start doing something. He needs to help his team, because he's not. I know I'm going on like a broken record, but he needs to do something. Really does. While they've got the likes of Garth Brooks, Lord Elegance, J Love, you know, and that good old thrower there, the royalty, they've got a chance. But their main option to get the ball loose is gone. He's not there anymore. He's out for the rest of the game. So just like the first half, the Renegades have got off to a really good start, into a really dominant position, and already have got the numbers. Already, two player number up are the Renegades. So J-Love the superstar, man, you've got it all to do, buddy. You've got it all to do now. Question is he going to trust Chalk Vader with the JFRs? Nope. He's going to put him there though. So I would imagine Lord Elegance is going to be the guy who's going to blitz, yep. And he does get the POW. Can he get a removal? This would be a big move if we can get rid of him. He's on the AV8, he's not AV9. Oh, and he does. He at least breaks his armor, so that puts him on a stun. That really does help the winners. So... oh, someone was shouting for me then. Must be hearing things. So he's going to take... yeah, he's going to... and this guy's brilliant. I mean, he's got strong arm, accurate pass. He's got everything. Man, I need some Doritos. I'm so starving. I want to get some Doritos with Mexican dip and all sorts. Oh, I'm so hungry. But I will not eat while I stream. You don't want to hear me crunch. This game's bubbling nicely now. Really bubbling. Bubble, bubble, trouble, trouble. I like this. It's based... I mean, I'm not a big fan of base and killers, but in this sort of thing, I do like it. A crappy piece, holding on to a very good piece, means it's harder to get all these players to stop these two. There's quite a few options he can do. Can the Renegades? I'll be interested to see how he goes about it. I think personally, the Renegades will be thinking, if I can get rid of the talisman, J Love, we could win this game. Because he is the guy. And again, the armor break's coming. Luckily, again, it's just a stun this time. But the Renegades have beaten the living daylights out the winners, but the winners are just hanging in there. Wonder who wants to play who. Would the Dragonal Poachers want to play the winners? Or would they rather want to play the Timberwolves or the Grand Bell Boys? Winners win. They, like I say, well, the winners win, they go and play the Dragonal Poachers. If Renegades win, they'll go and play Badland Rejects, I think, and the winner between the Timberwolves and Grand Bell Boys will play the Dragonal Poachers. Now that could be tasty. The Poachers versus the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves got through. That would be a tasty one. So again, he's going to make sure he's got this guy locked down. It's hard to lock down this, an agility 5-piece though with dodge when you don't have tackle. That's the problem. Yeah, he's going to blitz and he's probably going to go and try and tag him. That would make more sense. But again, it's still only going to be 2 plus dodge. I'm not sure how much I like this. I'll be honest. You've got a Nerves of Steel player there, so you handed it off or passing it to him on a 2 plus. And what? How far away is he from the? Yeah. So you're looking what? 2 plus, 2 plus, in the end zone. I suppose the question is though, I don't think he's got the. Has he got the leg? He hasn't got the legs to hand it off to J-Love. So basically, we'd have to throw it to J-Love. We'd have to catch it, and then J-Love would have to hand it off to him. Unless J-Love can somehow get to the end zone. He can get to the end zone. Man, he's quick. So technically, he doesn't even have to pass it to him. But there is shadowing on him. But he is a lot quicker than the assassin. So I think what we're going to see is maybe some Choff Vader action. Then we might just see the pass to J-Love. He'll dodge and go all the way down for the TD. I think that's what's going to happen. This is why I wasn't keen on this. I thought he might have maybe knocked one of these guys down and then made some sort of screen. But again, big turn. The winners, if they go for the score and fail, then they're in huge trouble. Because they've lost players already. And they've lost their ball sacking ability. If the Renegades, I've got a feeling if the Renegades get the ball back, I don't think they'll let it go. And Choff Vader yet again doesn't get it done. I am a broken record, but man, come on, you can't re-roll that. This is basically, I think, Sturmgill just getting really annoyed. Can't believe yet again he's failed him. He wants to do the re-roll, but he knows he cannot do the re-roll. He needs that re-roll for what's going to come up now. I mean, luckily he's got 5 re-rolls, so it's not so bad. This will be built in. The pass re-roll's built in. The catch re-roll's built in. The dodge re-roll's built in. So everything's built in apart from the GFRs. Having Nerves of Steel really does help him. Really does help him. $50 seconds left. Here we go. Well, I apologize yet to keep on the pitch, so so pay me back. Oh, are we going to get a troll intercept? Because that would be disastrous. We don't. The safe throw was there as well. So J-Love catches it. Now they can J-Love get it done. He was the hero in the first half, really. Can he be the hero in the second half? Here we go. Dodge is good. Is Shadowing going to kick in? It does not, and it's all on GFRs now. And doesn't even need one. J-Love gets it done. Big players really do deliver in big games, and J-Love yet again has done it. As the crowd cheer him on, meanwhile the Renegades are throwing anything they can at him. But yeah, that is huge. That puts them back in the lead. So you're thinking now the winners will at least get it to overtime, at a worst case scenario. That is a big result, that is. If that had gone wrong anywhere, I think they'll lose the game. I really do. But when you need it, your big time players have to deliver, and they did. And now it's up to the Renegades. Man, that was close. Are we going to go into overtime? Right, so far, every kickoff's been perfect defense. Are we going to get our fourth perfect defense in a row, or are we going to get something completely random? It really has a feeling this could go into overtime, to be honest. Everyone minus the team. Of course it did, yeah. See, of course it did, yeah. Yeah, I sort of still don't understand why I didn't go for the 110. And it's really weird I say that, because I never go for 110s, but I would fancy going for the 110 there. But what do you think then, Beers? Is this going to overtime, or do you think the winners have done enough? I think losing the vampire really, really hurts Stemjal, because he's the piece what gets. He's one who opens the gaps on a 2+. He's a guy who can leap in, you know. And the other question is as well is who is he going to give the ball to? You know, me personally, I'd be like, look, captain, you've got to get it done, mate. You've got to get it done. You're going to get the ball, and you've got to get us into, you know, overtime. Removals could be key. Well, this God, this guy's not back either. It's down to one bench. Oh God, that looks a bit green. Here we go. Well, that seemed... Oh, changing weather. Oh, might as well give me perfect defense. Nothing exciting then. After all that, nothing. Really? You think so? I don't know. It's a funny one, isn't it? It's a funny one. I mean, this is where being good under pressure really helps. Although if your assassin can just keep chomping his way through that helps as well. Because the way my brain's looking here is that, look, the vampire's not there. So, oh, here's another one. 3 armor breaks. Luckily, none of them go off the pitch. So I'm pretty confident if I give it to my captain that the ball's going to be pretty safe. Now, if I score 10, 13, 14, the winners have got no issues of scoring. They've just shown you they don't need many players to score. Personally, I'd go for the attrition and I'd ground it, score 10, 16, go to overtime. If I win the toss, I've got a great chance of winning in 110. And if I don't win the toss, I've still got the option of still turning him over still. And if I can get rid of some players, so I've got the numbers advantage, that'll help as well. The problem we've got is the winners have not removed one player off the pitch. I think they've had 3 stuns all game. You know? So it just shows you how good of a team the winners are for being 2-1 up, and they've not removed anything. And again, he's going to go with all of our creep. Okay, bloody, I can't click him. There he goes. I mean, he is slightly faster, but on 10, 12, I'd rather give it to my captain, I'll be honest. He's stronger. There's only one movement difference. But, you know, obviously he's got sprint and that, but I think these two, I'd have it the other way around. But we'll see. So there was 3 armor breaks, but none of them was took off the pitch, so that does help the winners. If I'm the winners, I'm pretty tempted to stay back. To be fair, don't really need to come forward. See what he's gonna do, then maybe next turn try something. Well, he's going to go for it. It's Garth Brooks, Beers' favourite player, who comes into the Devil's Den trying to get rid of someone. And yet again, the armour holds. You know? Just texting the missus because this game is going on longer than we expected. Well, say longer than expected. Back in a minute. So he's going to put a bit of pressure on. Again, he's gone with it. I mean, is it just me? Is it because I'm like a bash coach? I see that there. He's had a bad game as Chorfader, but I'm still down at my blitz on him. V-Power did not blitz him when he had the same opportunity in the first half. Be interesting to see if he ignores it again this half. But I'm like, yeah, Chorfader, you're going down like a bad habit. That's where you're going. I don't know. I just see that piece could ruin any of our players, and he stuck him out there like no care in the world. That's you're right, Pezzo. Oh god, Pezzo won't want to see that. Oh mate, man, Chorfader, yeah, all game. Bear in mind we're on 10-12. He has knocked down 2 pieces for a combined 2 stuns. I kid you not. I think that's all he's done all game. This is the second time though Stemchild has put him here, and in you know I mean I think this time he's going to go for him. You've got to go for him. If someone gives you his kill piece and it's the only one he's got, and he gives the option for blitz, you've got to take it. And he is going to take it. There is no apples, remember. And he does get the POW. It's Chorfader's miserable game going to get any worse? He breaks the armor! Oh, it's a stun. Oh, that was almost. Wow, that would have been a big loss. But, you know. And it just depends as well, isn't it? It just depends what value you have on players. Like, Stemgel comes across more of like a scoring, attacking sort of coach who doesn't use many kill pieces. So to him, it's like, well, I'd rather protect my skill pieces than a killer. And to be fair, Chorfader has let him down all game, so he's probably saying, you know what, get out there. If you get killed, don't care. This could go to overtime, though. This really could go to overtime. But yeah, Renegade. Stemjal had 3 appos. 2 appos have gone by 10-1. But full credit to Stemjal. He's done really, really well. Both of them have really. The big, like I said, the big talking point has been J-Love. He's been amazing. Did amazing in the first half. Got the score, and then it just came up clutch for the score in the second half as well. So, been amazing. Is this the season the winners actually win it? They got to the final last season. Can they go one better this season? That is the question. They've certainly got some quality offensive players. And to be fair, Drumphthopia's had a good season for them. A really good season for them. Unfortunately, he's just had a mare today. An absolute mare. And we still, winners are still not got a piece off the pitch all game. And now we're on 10-13. And they're still winning. Very impressive if you think of it that way. Question is, will we go to overtime? Garth Brooks said Beers his favourite player. Can he get a removal? He's stunned the player this game, and that's it. He's the other enforcer, and again the armor holds. Might dive shock if they remove a player. It's getting that dangerous now. I mean, to be fair, you know, the winners aren't really built to remove players, so, you know, that's cool. You know, they're there to score, outscore you, so I get that. This is interesting. Needs the POW. He doesn't get it. Sidestep comes into action. I wonder if he's going to keep him marked up or not. Yeah, Drumphtopia. Kill Drumphtopia. I love the name Drumphtopia. As bad of a game he's had, I couldn't see the winners get rid of him. Don't know if you're still in chat, Bears Up, but do we know if your game's on Wednesday? If you are, is it still going to be Wednesday? So, which of these two teams are going to make the semi-finals of the playoffs? One step closer to the Blitz Trophy. So, Macon Money won it last season. They won it as they retired. What a way to go out. So we're going to have a new champion this season. Will it be the winners? Will it be the Renegades? Obviously, like I've said, if it's a draw, it goes to overtime, then penalty kicks if need be. This game is extremely close. Anybody wanna tell me if this is going to go overtime or not? I know Beers claimed that the Renegades would score quick and win the game 3-2. I don't think. And these assassins have done well. You know, they're breaking armor, just that most of them are stuns. I mean, Beers said he thinks they'll win 3-2. And another stun. I don't think V-Power is going to go for the quick score. It's now 10-13. I think the only way he will go for a quick score if he's forced to go for it, and it's not safe. Another POW this time from the Green Ratkin. His claw, can it do something? It does. And he gets another removal. That's another KO. So Drake, Smooth Chin, the poshy elf, is off the pitch. He will be tended to by the babes, I'm sure. And hopefully for the winners, he'll be back if needed for overtime. But the attrition's been one way. And as I said at the beginning of the program, it's a good job. It's a very good job they had a deep bench, the winners. Otherwise, this game would be over. No appos for the winners. The Renegades have still got theirs because they haven't had anything took off the pitch yet. He'd quite like to removal there. Good old barrel of beer there holding on to that. I do love this elf turf. Always looks nice. Oh man, I so want some Doritos with dip. I've got a feeling this game might go to overtime. I'm hungry, precious. Uh-oh. Another thrall's going to get smacked. I don't think he's going to pile on with his troll. He needs his troll up. And you know what? The thrall's not that important for him at the moment. And obviously that's going to hold Chorfader in place. I do believe this will go into overtime. I really do. I can't see anything else but overtime here. I think he's got the numbers. Ooh, Garth Brooks is only 6 off a level up here. Oh, there's the power. That's what Head Splitter wanted. He's done nothing all game. This would be big, though, if he could get rid of Garth Brooks. Garth Brooks takes it like a champ, though. There's a lot of bodies on the floor. J-Love's still there, doing his little boogie out the back. To me, he's the man of the match so far, J-Love. There we go. And the problem for Joe Fader is there's no way he can get anything here due to that guard being put in place. I mean, he does have jump up, but pardon me, they'd have to knock him down, and then he'd probably get a 1 die. So I would imagine he'll put him there. So, not exactly good odds, is it really? The question is, a lot of these players are on the floor. God, I mean, I'll be gobsmacked if this doesn't go to overtime. Something funky would have to happen, I think. And then it's in the lap of the gods, isn't it? It really is. V told me this is the first time he's ever been in the playoffs with the Hamelin Renegades. I was really shocked. You know, a coach of his skill. Really surprised. Garth Brooks this time fails. He just says, I've had enough of this. We've got foul free rolls. I'm going to use one now. I want this Boogie and Ice Cream on the floor. The strength 2 piece. Can he get rid of this guy? We're going to wait and wait. Can Garth do something? Well, it's another stun. It's another stun. I think he needs a bit more than that this time. But hey, at least he won't be up for the next turn. But, man. Question as well is, does he get Chorfader up, or does he just keep him on the floor? I think I'll just keep him on the floor. I do not want my prime kill piece getting a troll mighty blow claw pile on, thanks. I think if that was my piece and Bearzo put him up, I would cry. Yeah, he has jump up. He's strength 4. He's strength 5. Oh my. Oh my. Oh no. No. Well, if Bearzo did that, I wouldn't be happy. I'll be honest. The GM would be on the phone going, "What on earth is my prized possession stood up next to a pile-on claw piece? And you haven't got a bloody apple." I've just kept him on the floor. I really would. Or if you want to get really fruity, try and dodge, but then he's got 10s. I'd have just kept him on the floor. I really would. I know Chorfader's had a bad game, but oh no, man. Oh no. Oh no. Chorfader. I mean, he might go stupid. Who knows? He might go stupid. But that's scary. That's scary. I mean, he hasn't piled on at all with the troll. I mean, the troll's basically just been there more of a roadblock than anything else. But I think V will be sadly tempted to do it. For definite. I mean, you can get a 3 die if he wants it. Obviously, the other option as well is just be a bit careful here, because he still needs to get rid of this guy, really, if he's going to come down here. Oh man, this better be a 1 in 9. The Green Rat King, or will it be... Oh, he's got Juggernaut. He's got Juggernaut, hasn't he? What am I talking about? So Juggernaut comes in. That's not great. That ain't great. That's not great at all. And that's even worse. So, oh, man, I mean, he was in no danger, and he's now done that. So we can get a hit on the ball now, unless he can do something else. And he's only got 2 pieces, and one of them's based. This is trouble. Basically, it looks like they're going to get a chance when really they had no right to have a chance. He's going to have to do something. He's going to park him up there. Now, is the troll got to kill Darth Vader? No. No! He's not. So Darth Vader lives. I'll tell you what, Stemjal, you're a braver man than I am. I mean, the chances are now, you know, if you bring someone like this guy into there, then yeah, it was a brave call. I mean, it keeps the tentacle troll in place, but I guess it, like I said earlier, it goes down to how much you value the piece over others. I guess, being a bash coach myself, and with it being my only really kill piece, I would value that very highly myself, but that's because I'm a bash coach. Now, he's going to have to get Garth Brooks up if he wants a 2-die on this guy with Darth Vader. I mean, luckily for V, this at least has sidestep. And also that's got stand firm. That guy though doesn't, but that'd be more of that'd be a cage dive. So you'd think he's going to go for the sidestepper. The question basically is, do you want to stand him up and get a 2-die there, but that puts him under danger from these guys as well? Or do you want to try and get this guy down and then see if you can do some shenanigans, get the ball loose? Oh no, he's not with that guy. Well, that is interesting. That really is interesting. I would have tried to get the ball myself, but I mean, you could even try and get him up and bring him around here, maybe, and still get a 2-die on that guy. Depends how much he wants. Oh, Dauntless time! You feel the Dauntless? Oh, this now becomes dangerous. I think you gotta let this go and hope the red dies are alright. You know, they are. I'm so jealous because I guarantee you 9 times out of 10 if I do a red die, there's a skull in there. It's got away with it though. Oh, it's getting tasty now. This is 10-15. Oh, 2 turns to go. Are we going to have a winner in normal time? Or are we going to go to overtime? Getting tasty now. Oh, and the tents don't work. And it gets him across as well. I think it might have been a bit better bringing him about here, to be fair, but he doesn't. And Darth Vader does not go for the 1-die. This game is on a knife edge. Absolute knife edge now. I still fancy V scoring. I really do. There's a nice, huge tasty gap up here. If he can get what he needs. And for once, the stabs don't work. And the other stab fails. Oh, this is getting to the nitty gritty now. This is where the coaches end their fees, don't they? When everything's on the line. Uh-oh, he's only been injured once, and it's KO'd. It's not an injury, it's a KO. But that's another big removal. He's the guy who throws the ball, obviously, to J Love to get the quick 2-10 touchdown. He won't be doing it yet. I mean, he does have a bib, so it's a 3+ to get him back. And now we're going to get... Is he the strength 2? Is he? No, he's a strength 3. So, what we got there? Another power coming on. And it's a claw piece again. And another... And this time Balby is injured. And there's no Apple. But he's fine. He's fine. He'll be back next game if they do get there. But this claw is working. And I can only think how Stemgel feels about Chofedo at the moment. Who's done nothing. Absolute nothing. Lord Elegance has had a very good game as well. He's had a solid game. He's really done well. He's got a touchdown in the first half. Big touchdown as well. But they are running out of players now, the winners. They are really running out of players, and they're now relying on... Chofedo's in trouble. Chofedo's in big trouble. I'd pile on here. Yeah, there we go. He's going to try and flatten him. Doesn't work though. Chofeda is leading the charmed life at the moment. He really is. The force is strong in this one. Sorry I had to say it. Oh, is he going for the touchdown? He does! He scores 10-15. I think he's thinking, you know what? He didn't try the 1-10er when he had a great chance. Do you know what? I'm going to score now. I quite like that, to be fair. I really like that. He didn't attempt the 1-10er. The only problem with this, though, is he now gets 2 rolls of getting his players back. And obviously he's got 2 players back there. And it's just, I think it's his throw is still out, isn't it? Yeah, his throw is still out. That's the guy he wanted. But he does give him the options of a 1-10 if he wants it. I think that's a bit of a Brucey bonus for the winners, to be fair. I think it's going to be hard to stop him from scoring. And with him scoring on that 10, it gives you 2 rolls and an extra set of hits. I mean, the hits aren't going to be too important now because, quite frankly, he's got 2 on the bench. But can we see Stemgel go for a 1-10er? I'd be tempted now. If you can get it. But I'm pretty sure he went for that TD because Stemgel had a good chance to make a 1-10 on 10-8 and he didn't go for it. And I've just got a feeling, I think that has basically made up V's mind saying, you know what, I ain't going to risk it. I ain't going to risk anything now. I can take the TD 10-15 and then he has to 1-10 me unless, obviously, the kickoff says otherwise. So... You know, smart player. If he blows up in his face, it blows up in his face. But I like the thinking behind it. I really do. And plus he gets the other shot at someone as well. Will this be the turn Chofeda removes something? So 4 rerolls to 2. So V-Power doesn't have to worry about rerolls yet. 2 rerolls is still a nice amount of rerolls going into overtime. Doesn't look like he's going for the 110. This game has been going on for just probably now, just under 2 hours. About an hour and 50 minutes, I think this game has been going on for. So it's a long stream. And we've got overtime to come yet. Because I do not. The only way this game is won in overtime, I think, is if there's an extra turn. Here comes the kick. Oh, it's get the ref. We're going to get to see some stamping. Stampy, 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 stampy. Well, maybe if we can't remove him any other way, maybe fouling's the way to go. Meanwhile, Choveda finally gets another pow. He needs that. If he can get rid of a player, especially with guard, that would help. He needs to remove something. Here we go. Hey, and finally! Choveda comes to the pie on 10-16. And it's a miss next game for Mugen Ice Cream. How bizarre is that? All them injuries now. And the first one he does is a miss next game. It's funny how it works like that. I mean, he was one of the weaker players for V-Power, you know, but... Oh, Dub Skulls. Oh, he re-rolls it. Saying that he's still got another 3 re-rolls, so I see why he did that. But yeah. Really happy, gets himself an injury, and then I guess rolls up Skulls. Can he get another one? Coming for you. Can he blop him out? Nope. Where's the Blitz going to come from? Oh, it's going to come from this snobby elf. Mr. Drake Smoothchin. Can he do something? He can do something. He's only stunned though. Fritz Fury Hut. Yeah, this could be a foul coming in here on this wrestle piece. It's guard as well. If you can keep removing the guard, that's going to really help. Obviously, the winners in the overtime. Oh, just a stun though. At least he didn't get caught by the ref. He'll be able to keep that brab for the second half. Sorry, the second half, the quarter for overtime. Dear me, Bernie, get it right. I mean, obviously, the winners will desperately want their star thrower back. It's been a good game. The gut runners scored both the touchdowns over our creep pads. I like that. I like that in a way. Try and protect the your strength 4 claw pommer. I like that. Sticking the thrall there really helps, although he didn't have any on the bench. But I mean, I think this is going to go down to whoever wins the toss. Both teams can score very quickly. Both teams don't have much to get the ball loose as well, really, unless apart from a cage dive. I mean, they do have this agility, 5 leaping assassin, but he's only movement 5. And the winners have lost their vampire, or they will be back for the next game if they do get through. So we'll have to see. Repair. I mean, what can you? I mean, you can get a chain push if you want to hit on the Choveda here. Bear in mind, if he plays ball, you just bring one guy around, put him there, hit obviously into this guy, push this guy away. and then obviously you can have a hit on the Chov killer, well, Chov Vader, if you wanted to. This will be a pylon. It should be a pylon. Yeah. Every removal is big now. Just a stun though. What if he's going to go for Garth Brooks? He looks like a nice tasty meal, doesn't he? And he can easily get 2-die on that bad boy. Baze will be very happy if he can take out Garth Brooks. So overtime is where we're going at straight after this blitz. On MML Blitz. Here he goes then. It's not worth a reroll. And he doesn't need it. Here comes a POW. Will V-Power V be the guy to take Garth Brooks out? No. Is the question on that? It's a stun. It's a hearty mouth time for the winners, but he is fine. And it's overtime, baby. Overtime. Okay, where's your money on? I bet none of you'll tell me who you think will win before the coin toss is done. This is a big one. He's up. The throw's but up. Man, this is gonna be crucial. This coin toss is crucial. 110ers are very good in these positions, and the Renegades they win the toss, so the 110er will have a chance of glory. Can the Renegades get it done? How will the winners set up now? This is going to be interesting how they're going to set this up. Man, this is going to be tricky how to set this up. Always difficult against the 110. God, man, he would love a perfect defense, wouldn't he, this time? God, wouldn't he just? So the Renegades, who've been behind twice in this game, are now definitely the favourites to go through. I mean, basically, you know, the winners, if they know someone who can throw a rock to take out the 110er, now would be the time to pay that guy to do it. Or a blitz, or a perfect defense. Something has to happen now for the winners. Well, personally, I think this is Renegades going through, and if the Renegades go through, I do believe they will be playing the Badland Rejects. And then that would mean either Bezo and his Timberwolves will face the Poachers, or Serious Chest and Grand Bellboys would face the Poachers. Could we see a Renegades Poachers final? Both these teams have had the most points through the season. Man, well, here we go. It needs some luck. Will they get it? That is the question. Overtime. Whoever scores first wins. If by some miracle there's no touchdown in 8 turns, we will go to penalty kicks. But I would be very surprised if we go to penalty kicks, especially with all this firepower on the pitch, and obviously we've got 110 on the pitch as well. It's not looking good. I mean, it's a bit gutting for the winners if they was to lose this game. Always gutting when, you know, you've led twice in the game and then go down 3-2, especially if it's to a 1-turner. There's not as many 1-turners about at the moment, so they are like gold dust. And this is the reason why they can win the game. He may not go for the 1-turn. You know, V might be like, you know what, I'm not risking this. I'll just slow play this. Because the thing is that they don't have a ball sacker. The only ball sacker they really had, genuine ball sacker, was the Vamp. You know? I mean, Lord Elegance strength 4, agility 5 with Blodge. He could certainly go in. Oh, it's another get the ref. That does not help them. It does not help them at all. They needed something there, did the winners. And now we've got Gerard Smith, the Niggle Thrall, on the pitch now. And there goes Gerard Smith, the Niggle Thrall, off the pitch. That will help them though, the Green Ratkin not getting down Goth Masters here. Tickle's getting it done. It'd be interesting to see if he... Well, he might not even need it yet. Will he pile on or will he let it go? I think he'll let that go, to be fair. More important that Tickle's on his feet. I'm just trying to think. What can the winners do? So Old Rat Creep is going for the hat trick in the quarterfinals here. Three die with a Rat Ogre. Making sure this ball is going to be protected just in case something goes wrong. Rat Creep picks it up, doesn't bend the reroll, that's always nice. And then the wild animal from Head Splitter. I suppose the only thing what really helps the winners here is that the ball is still right out here, so it can be aggressive now. I think if the ball was around here on this LOS where it could potentially one turn, I think that would have put the winners in a really awkward predicament. But because of this deep, and he doesn't have anything here what can score by a handoff, this has given the opportunity now for the winners to do something. You know? V's going to slow play this, but and that's fine, and it might be the safest option, but this now does give the winners a chance to attack the ball. If not this turn, the next turn. The problem is they've got to get the ball off a blodger, so that means they're going to have to obviously roll the power unless someone like, Gath Brooks can get it done. But you've got agility 5 piece here, who would get a 3 die on a strength 2 piece if there's no guard in play. But he hasn't got tackle, so you're hoping for the pow. But obviously with him slow playing this, it does give the winners a chance, although he's gone straight. Man. Oh. I don't know if I like... I'm just saying that's probably his best. He's going to try and get rid of the claw piece. Yep. In a way, I mean, he could have just used the Lano to do that, to be honest. Oh, wait up. Wow, the Green Watkins KO. That does help. That definitely helps the winners. But the thing is now, the 2 pieces I thought had the best chance of getting the ball loose are both now stuck on the Rat Ogre. Unless he decides... Well, he won't. I don't think he'll move. Oh, he has moved. I think he had to move, to be fair. Now what's he going to do? But that helps. Getting rid of the claw piece helps. And that's one less piece to worry about. This is an awkward predicament for the winners. They know this. But, you know, Stamjango will give his all to try and make sure he's still in the playoffs by the end of this match. He's still got J Love hanging about. But like I said, the good thing for the winners is he cannot score next turn. So at least gives them a chance to set up some sort of defence to counter-attack next turn. Because next turn might be the time he has to cage dive. The problem he's got, like I said, his two best, well, the two what I would claim to be his best ball sackers around here. At least that one's now not tagged. But obviously if he knocks him down then he's going to be tagged again. But at least they've got a chance. J-Lib's quite far away. You sort of think he's going to come down this chute here, isn't he? It's not over. It's definitely not over. That helps. That certainly helps. Man, this is this is intense. The only thing what would make this more intense if V didn't have any rerolls. Yeah, and this is smart play because he's going to use the tentacles in there to really try and protect his players. This could go down. I mean, still, depending on what he blitzes, this to me looks like he's expecting J-Liv to do something here. But J-Liv's only strength 3. Like I said, the best piece really I thought for a cage dive, whatever you want to call it, is Lord Elegance, but he's stuck miles away at the moment. So your only other option really is Garth Brooks. But again, there's guard there. I mean, there is definitely a chance here to get the ball loose at the moment, depending on where he puts the rest of them, but it's now or never for the winners. They've got no leapers. They've got no Vamp to help them out. The Vamp was such a massive, absolute massive loss. Yeah, and look at this. This is brilliantly done. Still got the Blitz to come yet. And here he comes. Just to reinforce that side. And he's going down. And he's on tentacles as well. That is a very, very good cage. Oh, Dub Skills over here. Oh, the head splitter's been injured. Oh, no long term. He's fine though. He's fine. He won't appo that, will he? You can't appo that. Why would you appo that? Because we're going to make him take penalty kicks. Now the question is that, I mean, what is he? 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 GFI. He can get there. He can get there. Man, that is a big... That could be a big error. Because I was thinking, how is he going to get this ball loose? But he does have a shot there. It's a 4+ dodge in, but... better than nothing. Obviously, he needs to try it. If he can clear this guy, it makes it just a bit easier. I can't see any other way he can go here. And if he can come in here and knocks him that way, this ball could scatter anywhere around here for J-Love or the thrower. So it'll be 4+ with a built-in reroll to keep his playoffs alive. He needs Garth Brooks to get this guy down if he can, or at least push him a square. Just makes it easier, because the last thing he wants to do is roll a 1 and burn his reroll coming there. But his strength 4 is Lord Elegance. He's not strength 5. What am I talking about? So it would be a 1 die as it stands, unless he can somehow. I don't think he's going to get a tag on that, is he? Unless he tries some funky GFRs. Wow. He's going this way. What's he doing? Have I missed something? Wow. Well, that's game, lads. I don't know what that was all about. That's game. He just moves him out the way, and we've got a touchdown. It's game over. Well, what an absolute damp squib of an ending. 2 hours, 30 minutes, and in the end, we get this. Is there a GFI involved? Don't think there is he? No. Wow, what an anticlimax. I don't know what he's thinking about. Just score. I really don't know what we're thinking of, unless they're talking together in chat and he's saying, "Oh, well played, thanks very much, yeah, good luck and all that stuff." Yeah, here we go, and that's a nice playoff present wrapped in a bow, and there we go. So after over 2 hours of this game, it is the Renegades will go through, and they will play the Badland Rejects in the semi-final. So that means either Serious Jest Grand Bellboys or Bearzo's Mystic Falls Timberwolves will play the informed team of the season, the Dragonelle Poachers, who won 6, drew 1, lost none. And that's a very nice level up for the head splitter, so he will level up. And yeah, the Royalty got 1. He probably went on something better than that. I mean, that's a shame the game ended like that. You know, after all that time, and to go down to basically just stroll in was a shame. I honestly thought soon as, I mean, to be honest, I thought that blue thing was strength 5 for most of the time. Don't know why. That elf. But again, you had a 1 die on there, 4+ with a reroll, 1 die. You've got to try it. And the thing is, even if you got a push, you could have pushed him to the right, and then you could have just collapsed it with all your returnings and all that, and your high elves on there. Would have been your best option. In the end, he did nothing, and he just, you know, it is what it is. It is only 2 minutes, so, you know, that will have put pressure on him, and he's been playing this for like 2 hours. Obviously, mentally, that is a long time, and he can take its toll. But yeah, congratulations to the Renegades and Power V, who I think's got a really good chance now of getting his first trophy. It's not going to be easy, but he's one step closer. So congratulations to V. Commiserations, obviously, to the winners. Well, can't call them winners now, can we? They lost, but commiserations to Stemgel. His team is still healthy for next season, so that's a good thing for him. And yeah, that's me done. Not really much else to say apart from an tiring 2 hours. But thanks for people in chat. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time, probably on Wednesday, for the Grand Bell Boys versus the Mystic Fall Timberwolves. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.